Hi guys, welcome to episode number 2 of the Wonderkids series. As you can see today we're going to be looking at left backs. I'm going to kick straight off, get straight into it. I won't dilly-dally around. Like I said, we'll start from the youngest players that I've personally found. Obviously each player can differ from save to save. So if they do look a little bit different to the players that you've found, or for example Alex Grimaldo we'll look at first. Has different stats in this than he does in yours. It does vary. So like I said, Alex Grimaldo plays for the Barcelona under-19s. He's only 17 years old, 400k value. All round very, very good. Determination could be a little bit higher, which is a bit of a shame, and his tackling as a left back. He is predominantly a left wing back, but obviously you can train him in there and have him playing at left back as well. He is available on an approach to sign. So let's see how much. Oh, he wouldn't speak to me anyway, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, he is available on approach to sign. Whether you can get him, I don't know. He's on £55 a week, so just on a basic youth contract at Barcelona under-19s. We then move on to one of the bigger and probably one of the most common bought left backs on the game. Luke Shaw, English, 17 years old. He's on 25 grand a week, and he is actually worth 4.2 million, but it's because he's English basically, and also his stats are ridiculous. You could probably play him first team in left back. His physical are just all there already. His mental are pretty much all there. Shame about his determination, but I have seen with Luke Shaw, his determination is either sort of really high, sort of 16 plus, or 10 and below. It's never in the middle. So determination was a bit of a shame on this one. Dribbling good, tackling good. His crossing could perhaps be worked on a little bit, as he can play up all the way down the left hand side. He's very, very quick. Natural fitness is good. He's just all round a very good left back, and one of my favourites on the game as well, especially if you're an English club. Then we've got Salva Ruiz, as you can see, a little bit of a step down to what we've just looked at from Luke Shaw, but it's got all the basic standards and attributes there to create a very, very good left back. Especially he's 18 years old, 235k value, so very, very cheap. He's on 1.4 grand a week and playing for Valencia Mestalla, which I believe is like the second team for Valencia. Then we've got, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, Hernandez. Left back again, as we know. All good, not too bad. His physical can be worked on quite a bit. Was a bit of a shame. His mental's pretty much there, and he's got the basic standards for a potentially good left back. 18 years old, very, very cheap, 19.5k. He plays for Querétaro in Mexico in the under-20s, and he's on £725 a week. 18 years old, so very, very good. We've just looked at him. So then we've got Nicolas Moreau, also a very, very, very popular left back to buy. His mental stats are all very, very good. Good determination, good work rate, which is massive at left back. Physical stats are all there. His strength could be worked on a little bit, but that will improve with age anyway. And again, he's got the basic normal sort of standards technical attributes, which can be dramatically improved through age. £475 a week, and he's at Cagliari. We then go on to Ni Nortia Shong, the Ghanaian. Physical's not too bad. He's only 18, remember. Mental's it's not bad. His technical could be worked on. 18 years old, 375k value, and 1.2 grand a week, and he's playing for Spezia. Then we go to, again, a very, very popular left back. Not for me. I prefer a left back with good determination and work rate. But his technical are superb. His long throws are good. His marking's good, and his tackling's awesome. Physical as well, very, very good. 19 years old, 1.3 million value, 2.3k a week, and he's playing for Estudiantes. We then move on to Dimas Morales. Probably a player I wouldn't go for, but he's been known to play very well, especially if you can get him in a lower league team. His mental can be worked on quite a bit. Obviously his determination isn't great, especially for a 19-year-old. Physical could possibly be worked on with stamina and strength. But he's got a basic standards here. Maybe his marking, his long throws will be worked on, but his tackling's there. So it's 400k value, and he's on £600 a week. Then we've got Enrique playing for Vasco. An all-round pretty standard, good wonder kid. He's got all the technical attributes, excuse me, and all the mental attributes are all there, and his physical is quite good as well. Obviously he's only 19, so his strength isn't superbly great, but for 1.2 million value and 1.3k a week, it's not bad at all. Then we've got Jetto Williams, who I signed. He was actually a lot better on the previous FM, on FM 13. I signed him on that. His determination isn't great, but his physicals are all there. Technicals are, he's got the setup to become a very, very good left back, and his mental are pretty good as well. 3 million value, 7.5k a week, and he plays for PSV. Then we've got Emerson, who plays for Santos. Very, very good, apart from his natural fitness, could be worked on. Again, he's got all the standards there to become a very, very good left back in the future. 675k value and £975 a week, and that's with Santos. Then we've got Lucas Digne. I think he's recently moved to PSG. So whether you'll be able to get him, I'm not too sure, especially in the first season. Technical attributes are all pretty much there. His tackling could be worked on. He's got pretty average mental attributes and quite good physical attributes, but he's only 19, so he's got a long way to go to hit his full peak. But he's on 51 grand a week, so you're probably going to have to pay him quite a bit of money. So first season, second season, you'll be quite unlikely to get hold of him. He'll probably stay at PSG for the majority of the time. But yeah, he's someone to think about. One of my favourites, Ben Davies. He's just awesome. If you check out the Trophy Challenge with Chelsea, I signed him with them. He would have been to potentially replace Ashley Cole. His determination is sky high, his bravery is sky high, his work rate's good. He's got all good physical attributes, very good standard and a basis to work on, and his technical attributes are also very, very good. His value of 3.1 million, and he's on 11 grand a week, plays for Swansea. Next we move on to Mitchell Deesh. His mental's not too bad. He could maybe work on his determination again. His flair, if you want him attacking, is not great. And his position as well. But he's got good physical attributes, and his technical aren't too bad either. So he's very, very good. But for 135k, he's decent. Plus, if you have a little look, he's not actually earning any money. So what that means, I don't know. Whether you can just sort of make an inquiry. I'd imagine you could probably get him quite easily. He's not on anything. So he played for Heerenveen. Then we got Nahuel Zarate. I think I pronounced that correctly. A very, very good sort of standard and a basis for a good left back again. 215k value, 1.3 grand a week. He's 20 years old, Argentinian, playing for Boca. His physicals are very, very good. I'm quite impressed with them. His mental, not too bad. He's pretty average in most areas, but his concentration could be a problem along with his determination again. But he's got very, very good technical attributes for a youngster at left back. Next we've got Alex Telles playing for Galatasaray. You may have seen him in some of the Champions League games in real life. Quite a high value of 5.25 million. He's on 25 grand a week as well, 20 years old, from Brazil. His tackling, not too great, and his marking as well. I would probably end up moving him forward up the left hand side if you wanted to. Maybe playing him with this left mid and maybe retrain him in attacking midfield left position. But all round he's a very, very good sort of basis again for a left back. You just may need to work on these two areas here in the marking and tackling. Then you've got Levin Kurzawa, again another massive favourite for me, just because of his work rate and determination, and it's just the type of player I tend to go for. He could play the whole way up the left hand side pretty much. He's got very, very good mental attributes, as you can see, very, very good physical. His technical are all there as well, and he's only 20 years old. Frenchman, playing for Monaco in France, so it'll probably cost you. Actually, you might be able to get him quite cheap because he's only worth 3 million. And he's on 13.5k a week, so he may be, if you're a bigger team, to go and get him as a second choice left back would be quite good. So we've got Cristiano Baraghi, again a very, very good left back, 20 years old, playing for Catania, 725k value, 8.5k a week. Physical are all there, his stamina is good, and his work rate's good again. He's pretty much average sort of mental attributes, but that will dramatically improve through age. Apart from his tackling, he's all there as well technically. So a very, very good little spot there. We've then got Nicholas Tagliafico. Last season's FM was a massive, massive favourite for everyone. You could get him very, very cheap, and I believe you can get him quite cheap on this one, probably in the region of about 3 to 5 million. It's 1.2 million value, 1.7k a week. His mental's pretty much, he looks like a pretty average player, but he's 20 years old, Argentinian, playing for Banfield. His technical are quite good, his tackling's good, his long throws are not too bad, and his dribbling and crossing are good, so if you want to get forward. His mental's all there as well, like I said, and his physicals aren't too bad either. And then last but not least, we've got Petter 10. He looks pretty basic for a 20-year-old. 195k value. Again, he's not earning any money, so it might be easier to get hold of. His mental attributes are pretty much not too bad. There's a lot there that could probably work on. His anticipation, his off the ball maybe a little bit as well, and his decisions. His physical's not too bad. He's got good natural fitness. Maybe his stamina and his strength will come through age, but not too bad. But his technical pretty much letting him down. Obviously, he's got the two key ones, which are tackling and marking. But his crossing's not too great. His dribbling's pretty poor. His technique's pretty poor. His long throws, if you want to get him on throw-ins, aren't great either. If he was probably 16, 17 years old, I would say he's a must-buy. But because he's 20, I would probably say that I'd probably avoid him. But again, for lower league clubs, he could be superb. So that's it for left backs. Next time we'll look at right backs, and then we'll move out throughout the field. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. I have already set up a goalkeeper one, which you can see previous, and there is a playlist where they'll all be. I'm trying to release these daily, so they'll be out over, I think it's about 14 positions, different positions that I'm going to do. So you'll see them come out throughout the next 2 weeks. I'll strive to get these out as much as possible. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. You've been listening to FM Campbell, and we'll see you when we look at right backs.